So this Euro-yen analysis for Monday, the 23rd of April. Now, let's look what prices and where prices may likely go. So previously we had price going towards this 133 level, trade slightly above the 3283. Had a sell side momentum come back down came into the market, bring us down towards the 3244, a previous swing high in the market. That price briefly traded above the 3283 again, but we did see the sell side momentum further breaking down from this 3283 and 3244. That price come down pretty close towards this 3202 within a couple of pips or so, from which we did see the bullish buy side momentum come into the market for retest of the 3244, and we have seen that sell side momentum return to the market. Prices at the moment look poised for a test of the 3202. We'll look to see if we do find support, as it is a major level, bringing us back up towards our 3244, possibly if there is sufficient volatility to the upside, bring us up towards our 3283. And if prices do progress later on in the week beyond 3283, we're looking for price to progress towards our 3345. And if the momentum continues and move up towards a 134, that would appear likely. If, however, we do see this continued sell side momentum continue in this market, and we are looking for a retest 3202, successful break from which we can see our price direct towards a 400 period now is sitting at 3180. It is a minor level. We could potentially find support, but ultimately I'm looking for price to head down towards a 3170, which is a more well-established level marked out here in red. I wouldn't anticipate price moving beyond 3170 to a great extent, but if we did progress beyond 3170, the very next major level that we are looking at here to the downside would be a move down towards that 3094, essentially the 131 level. And if prices were to progress later on during the week beyond the 3094, we are looking for price to head down towards the very next major level of the 3060. So 3170, 3094, and if we did progress to the downside, we're looking for a price to head down towards the very next major level of the 3060. Now, let's just have a look at the higher time frames just to see how prices are developing here on the euro against the pound. Not the euro against the pound, the euro against the yen. Get that right. So, the euro against the yen. Now, we've seen this continued progression here to the upside. We are operating in shadow of this very strong bearish candle. But at the moment, we're still, to an extent, we are still operating within a bullish territory here on the euro against the yen. And we are still retracing this very large candle that we did see from, I think it was February. We're still retracing that candle. So we do still appear to have a slight bias here to the upside, while we still continue to operate within the shadow of this bearish candle. So there is a degree of caution, but if we do see our sell side momentum return to the market, which we can't be too surprised about, especially operating in a candle of this size, we have well-established levels below us of potential support that we've just previously identified. Now we'll have a look at the weekly time frame, and as we can see here on this weekly time frame on the euro against the yen, this was pretty much the sharp sell-off mentioned. We came down towards this 200 period moving average. We've held the 200 period moving average on the weekly time frame as support. We are seeing a brief pullback here, so there is a potential to see a bit of a bull flag or post a higher low and see price progression here further to the upside. And if we were to just have a look at the daily chart here before wrapping up, the daily chart here on the euro against the yen, we are seeing we formed our lows there, slightly lower lows, a higher low there. We had a potential inverted head and shoulders. We were saying that prices have stalled somewhat, and the price acceleration has somewhat ceased to a certain extent. We do appear to be reversing a little bit here. The sell side momentum does appear, it's not very strong sell side momentum at the moment. So we'll see if we do see a further retracement down towards a major level support, from which we look to see bullish buy side momentum taking us up to a well-established level of potential resistance. And with that said, that wraps up the euro yen analysis. Thanks for watching.